Alright, we gonna waste no time because I know how niggas' attention span is. If the language of this video is throwing you off a little bit, or this message is not able to resonate with you for long enough to hold your attention to get this transmission, I understand. We have already transcended into a whole different and level of consciousness, so I understand where you want to be at. Alright, if you don't know, now you finna know. We've already transcended past the phase, the shift. Everyone has already picked their reality and their level of consciousness they want to be at. So if this message is able to resonate with you, then this message was meant for you. If you're not able to open anybody, thought process or change their thought process, is leaving where it's at, they've chosen. I'm gonna just quickly go through the levels of. Can I see that? The levels of consciousness real quick, man. Alright, with these 9 levels of consciousness, there's different expressions. So the first dimension, the first dimension, expression of self, subconscious mind / programming. You got the second dimension, it's instinct. Narcissists, I am my materials. So, they embrace what the hell they are, what they got. Third dimension, it's like the Matrix, just the whole system itself. Then you got the NPCs, the bots, and it's what you see as the materialism. It's basically like when you go outside and how you interact with them is what they do. They tell you what they do. They try to give you knowledge, whatever, tell you about their life, etc. Fourth dimension, we got mind plus psychology type people. I am what you think I am. So those are those people that's a little bit above the bots. They have a lot of theatrics within them about their past and their life and their ego. Their energy got it out who they are. We got the fifth dimension. Those are just the people that's just like being present. The I am the now, Sixth dimension, reality creation. I am the creator. Those are people that are able to create. People that are able to get up off their ass and create. Not creating from the dimension of a narcissist. I would, put the 6D and the 3D in one with those bots and the theatrics. But it's a level to where you're able to talk to them. But if you're not able to get them out their system with, tell them about religion, just a new thinking process or just a new reprogramming or update to their mind, then just leave them where the fuck they at. 7D, we got overview of lower dimensions. I am all. So your past and your now. You know who you are and you claim whatever you claim. I am whatever you are. Your past and the present. You embraced it. So you're a molding of your ancestors' manifestation. So embrace that, We got 8D, access of all information. I am all that is. So you're more than just your past or, your life. You're able to connect with other people, your environment, family, and coworkers, etc. And you're able to see beyond that veil and understand your matrix, which is a 7,000 plus year Latin word of womb. So you're just able to understand like what you go through and the people and just the connection of, all is one. And then we got 9D, the void consciousness. That's just I am, just not giving a fuck. I am whatever you want to claim. Just I am. Bring myself to just I am. I am blah, 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 blah. I am blah, 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 blah. Whatever you want to claim your throne as. BT does. These are not all my books. This is just a little. This a small artillery. What you see right here real quick. Just want to let y'all know that. You see that shit? Yeah. I just want to point out how many fucking tools we have in this dimension to show that we're in a fucking furnace or like an enclosed surface, a womb, a matrix. There's too many fucking tools. The same luminaries are in the sky, so if we're a big ass fucking globe spinning across the fucking universe, then tell me the science behind that. So I just want to go ahead and show these books real quick so y'all know I'm not fucking playing around here. If you ain't go read no books like me, bro, don't even try to debate me. So and that's just my ego. So yeah, I'm trying to save y'all and get out of this fucking matrix, and stop paying bills for some shit that I already own. It makes no sense. We're paying bills on the place we were born in. It makes no fucking sense. The land of the free, the land of the fee. The Abrahamic science religions I want to go over too. Mainly, and the 501c3s is going to connect with each other. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. This right here, niggas, is research, nigga. Years of research. And now, like I said, this is probably 1/4 of my, like, all my shit. So I'll probably post a better picture where y'all can see it. Oh, there we go. 501c3s. What are 501c3s? This is an exemption requirement organization, right? This organization or organizations described in section 501c3 are commonly referred to as charitable organizations if the organization engages in an excess benefit transaction with the person having substantial influence over the organization. An excise tax may be imposed on the person or organization managers agreeing to the transaction. Section 501c3 organizations are restricted in how much political and legislative activities they may conduct. What does this mean? There was a lot of blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go ahead and just sum it down. 501c3 is they basically focus on serving public interests. Another type of 501c4, they focus on improving the social well-being. 501c3s they offer tax deductions. They're not allowed to do lobbying. So basically, 501c3s, give me an example. The synagogues of Satan, schools, libraries, soup kitchens, etc. You know, these places that are required to keep doing what they have to do to keep you at a certain level of thinking and a vibration, right? And it's a certain criteria that the 501c3 corporations have to teach in order to keep doing the evil things that they have to do in order to get material gain. This is not a spiritual gain for anyone or any sense. Yeah, they do good. They teach a little bit of good. But overall, no. It's deception. It's deception and chaos. And we can go into that deeper with a little bit of speaking on the Abrahamic science religions that a lot of the world divides themselves among. We all debate each other about which God is better, which God is more potent, but at the end of the day, it's all just about stories. And with that being said, let me go ahead and pull out these books so y'all understand where you need to go yourself if you want to get the same image or perspective as me or another. First off, to you baby boys, girl, Christian people, I know y'all look at the whole Bible as being a figurative story. If you're gonna do that, go ahead and get your, Santa Claus book, Tooth Fairy book, Sandman book, couple of them child story books, and get you an action Bible. So you go ahead and materialize that thought of it might be real and shit like that when it's not. It's all allegorical because there's no fucking way all these stories in here line up with numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, 7, numbers that govern us, and people look at it as like this is a real figurative story. Excuse me, literal story. No. So you're gonna start off with this book, right? And put that right there. Put it right here. I'm gonna start with the action Bible, right? And we got not saying you're gonna go to this one. Where is it at? You're gonna go to this action Bible, and after that, you're gonna get your regular King James Bible. Everyone got. If not, just go rent out a hotel, go get one from the little cubby, the little drawer. Boom, you're gonna read that, you ain't gonna see it. Boom, boom, boom. That's another Abrahamic science religion. Then we got the Jews, right? And the Hebrew Bible, the Sefer, the Sephar into the future, the Torah, the first 5 books of Moses, right? Yeah. And those are different people that still debate about the same type of story, a different perspective. So you got the Action Bible, the King James Version Bible, and you got this Bible. If you're going to actually debate about something, choose a reality or a dimension. At least, keep questioning it and go a little further. Like, don't just pick a matrix and be like, oh, I'm comfortable being here. I don't know. That's just not enough for me. Maybe for you, but not for me. I want to know the truth. I don't want to give my fucking energy away to this shit. Like I said, we're still paying bills on a place we were born and birthed on. Does that make any fucking sense to you? Yet, the people debating about all this shit the churches, the synagogues, the little squiggly head fake Jewish people, they debate about this and they control the government, the 501c3 corporations. Not only that, I know a little people out there feeling more bougie because, I got a better religion. No, religion. Rely on different geos, rely on different genes, religions. It's just, like, why are we still debating about this? Like, just come together and talk about some real shit. Story for another day. Fuck. And then you got the Muslims, the Quran. Has anyone actually, read stories about the Prophet Muhammad? With the Moors and the Jews. He was very gruesome, very bloody, and then imposing this book for everyone to follow behind. But people feel like it's better because the Prophet Muhammad is more potent and he wrote the story. As I'm editing this, I forgot. This is vital to put in here. Ugh. This is very vital to put in here. The history of Muhammad outside the Quran. Because that matter. Because, like, if you're going to believe in Jesus, you should probably find out about Jesus outside of the Bible. I don't think people think that far. But in this book right here, this Babylon to Timbuktu, you got a quick little Islam right here. He actually got 2 books you can figure this out. And just find out about, like, the Moors and how tied in the Moors and Muslim was. Really just go over the highlighted parts. I'll read it. And I'll put a screenshot of it. And boom, you see about the Roman Empire and then Muhammad, camel driver. And then over time, he was basically learning from other folks and made his own religion. And the reason he got good was because of his mouth. Yeah, found a wife and all. Made his own religion. The main part I wanted to show y'all is when he pointed out Muhammad was an extraordinary, handsome man, eloquent and motivating man with the power words. We must remember that many successful men have arisen from insignificant and humble conditions, watching the sun day by day and the stars night by night, left opportunity for Muhammad to contemplate in solitude and reflect on the events and prophets of the world. When I wrote it, he spoke the story. And after that, that's in Arabic. You can't read any other ones. And it's null and void what they say. But it's all still the same story in a different perspective. But you have to look at the people that wrote these books, from Constantine to King James, Muhammad, Moses, or we can go a little deeper and talk about the Anunnaki. All this goes back to Babylon. Yeah. You got the Jews, the Muslims, Christians. You got the Jews with 600 plus commandments, Christians with 600 plus commandments. The Muslims, I don't know how many y'all got. You got all these stories about Abraham, Noah, etc. It's all the same people in different perspectives. So why are we arguing? If y'all all agree on the same religion, then why is the government like this? It's the people. It's the genes. It's the different hues of light, the different humans. Govern ourselves. I'm pretty sure the government. Pretty sure you can govern your own mind, right or wrong. The emotion skills. After following behind them 3 religions, regardless of whatever faith you want to choose, that Jesus is real, Muhammad is real, Abraham is real, like whatever you want to say, at the end of the day, you choose your matrix. You choose to go further. You choose if you want to stay here. When you first open the Quran, the first thing that I peep when it comes to controlling people, an act of controlling, like it's got Hades, hell, and all this other Greek stuff in before, but I'm pretty sure y'all would say, read the Arabic one, blah 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 blah. But literally, Surah 2:2, this is the book and its guidance, without doubt, for those who fear Allah. So yeah, that was a big thing to me. And when it comes to that fear thing and doubt, after reading the 4 laws of agreement, yeah, we got that book like that too, man. We got the 5th one. I had let the twin borrow the other one though. The 5th. This is the 5th. So yeah, get this book too. I'm putting y'all niggas on books if you want to go goddamn get your mind right and figure out, what you need to do, how you need to react. Right here is my little emotional scale. I use this to teach on TikTok Live mostly. I'll probably put a better what's the name picture in here. But yeah, this is mine. This teach. And the one that's all the way at the bottom in black is fear, grief, despair, powerlessness. And that's what the government, the 501c3 corporations, Abrahamic science religions do. It's all stolen context from Taoism, not Taoism, but stuff from Egypt, from Krishna, stuff from Sumeria. It's sad. It's very sad. And then over here in America, we're looking for a personality, and we're grabbing all these things from across the sea when we really don't have much over here other than the Olmecs and Tehuticon. Yes. Say it for me. Thank you. Yeah, consciousness, man. You know, it's love. We're at a point of consciousness where we're really aligning with our ancestors and getting the old timeline back, and we're becoming the person that we need to become, our higher self. You know? So speaking of Sumeria and Egypt, though, like with the Bible and everything, stories that they took from there. So y'all know I'm not bullshitting, and you can go read these stories for yourself. We got the Bible over there, the Sefer, of course. The Bible, 1612, 1614, whatever year the King James Version was made. And then you got the Hebrew Bible, a little bit before. You got the Enuma Elish. You got the Atra Hasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the 7 Tablets of Creation, all from Mesopotamia, Sumeria. You got a Book of the Dead. That's more of the Bible, you know. You got the Dead Sea Scrolls. No, excuse me. Book of the Dead is Egypt. Slap me. You got the Dead Sea Scrolls, Bible, Apocrypha. Got that one over here. Like I said, it's just more fantasy stuff. If this stuff is real, then yeah, you can read it and figure out if you want to believe it's a fairy tale or believe if it's allegorical. You got the Quran, of course. You got the Torah, the first 5 books in the Hebrew Bible. You got the Book of Mormon. You got cuneiform, hieroglyphics, and emerald tablets. All these things used to make one religion. But it's all split up. And people are in debate about what's one another. But these things is the things that separate us. Yeah. Light versus dark. That's the one thing that I feel like a lot of people get after I say it. When it comes to these iPhones here, you know, when you cut it on, they got pure light. And I don't think people really understand that this right here, able to swipe on it and everything, go through photos, go through messages or whatever, you know. It's programming. It's accumulation of zeros, ones, in a specific spot to give us color, to give us videos. And then to think even beyond when it comes to the videos that you watch, the videos you laugh at, how you text, how you get in touch with people. All that you're doing all day is swiping on a black screen, like Black Mirror. But yeah, it's programming you, keeping you motivated, keeping you going, keeping you connected. And that is the difference between light and dark. But when it comes to this light variation, when you do cut this light on, it's a different angle, a different angel, a different frequency within it. Your FYP, your For You page starts to program you. When you say certain words out, this shit is listening. The government, the mind, the people that made it. Another thing I want to point is that little apple right there. When you read the Bible, you got the Adam and Eve, and they tell you about that she bit an apple. That's what they try to tell you, but it don't even say apple in the Bible, whatever. But you know, that's what we interpret. You know, that she bit from the fruit or whatever. And this is knowledge. You know, it opened her mind. Psychedelics, whatever you look at it, looking at I'm naked now. They're naked. However you want to look at it, whatever. However you want to break that story down. But in today's time, when it comes to this light, how do we use it? Are we using it, or is it using us? And hence, you know, the FYP, that shit control you. How you on this bit all day, but realistically, all you doing is scrolling on a black fucking screen with light variations, different videos, music videos, the talk videos, the Bible scriptures. fucking podcasts, fucking cooking videos. Really think about this. Elements in the ether. Alright. Another thing I want to go over that I quickly got right here is the elements of the ether. So you got fire, earth, air, and water, right? The four things. The four things of matter. Four bases of matter. It created us all. With those numbers, it's number 4. 4 bases. You got animals, they're bounded to this plane by 4. 4 is the number of death. When you think of 4, think of like a square. Alright, fire, earth, air, water, and all those come together to make plasma, like light. You know, don't think of light variations and think of us being light variations, not the material of what you can always touch and hold, but like light itself, your program, your conscience. That's why I say this message is meant for people that it's meant for. Lastly, man, the laws of the universe to keep everybody going on. Some quick to keep your mind focusing. You got number 1, the law of divine oneness. Everything and everyone is connected. Law number 2, the law of vibration, good vibes only. Law of correspondence, what you feel is what you perceive. Law of attraction, you get what you put your focus on. You are what you put your attention to. Law of inspired action, assemble steps to invite what we want in life. Law of polarity, there are 2 sides to everything, positive and negative, and then there's balance. Right? Number 7, law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Your energy levels can alter ones for the better or the worse. Nothing can be created nor destroyed, right? Yeah. Law of cause and effect. The direct relation between action and events. Law of compensation. You must contribute in some way, somehow, to your goal. Law number 10. Law of relativity. Appreciating what we have without needing to compare. Law number 11. Law of rhythm. All things come in cycles and stages of development. Law number 12. Law of gender. Masculine and feminine energies exist in all things. That felt good. Later on this esoteric, I didn't really want to keep it this long because I know how attention span it is, but I did want to talk about these things because these were the things that's been bothering me lately. And because people be debating, and I like debating a little bit on TikTok and, doing research. Keep thinking. Don't choose just to stay in your matrix. Keep pushing on. Everything ain't gotta be physical. Always reprogram your mind. Think of your mind like a computer. You cannot be using the same program you've been using since 2002 when your mom programmed you, right? So you need to reprogram it. Don't pick up this phone and have this bitch reprogram your ass all the time. Update your mind. Put some new firmware in that bit. You update it, you probably see new RAM, new unlocked memory. Like, damn, I can keep it going. So yeah, make sure y'all share this with the Matrix choosing people, see if they stay this longer, and see if they choose to actually pick up some books and goddamn read. Other books that y'all should read is because we're going to be talking about live show on my page, so I need you to go ahead and get updated with these and familiar with these books so you ever know what the fuck I'm talking about. Moors in Spain. Get that? Relations of the mineral salts of the body to the signs of the zodiac, by George W. Carey. All right, get that? Get The Jew, a Negro. Get that? Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Masonry. 1491, man. When you see this and we talk about this, man, I don't know about the Adam and Eve story, how long, whatever time they give us the story of books. But when you read some books, man, you figure out about Pocahontas and Indians and shit, her dad, and then the prince, I forgot his name, the one that was big as fuck, and nigga had his hair, he had a gun to his face, and nigga was still on that. Forgot his name. We'll figure that shit out in another video. But, like, with Pocahontas saving Brass, it's like, I feel like if she never would have saved him, we wouldn't be at this point. You actually learn the real story and just see how, like, if we would have not let them keep coming over here, whatever, we wouldn't have got to this point, you know. So that's just me though. I feel like, man, sacrifice some niggas, man. They come here trying to do what the fuck they did. How we at this point now? Then, nigga, by all means. Science of Creation by Dr. Malikazi, or free my boy. Fuck how you feel, man. It's the information they left. And the person's character and stories. I don't pick the perspective of someone else. They didn't do shit to me. So, yeah, that's why you need to research out here, bro. Quick little more shit I want to say. Human race. Raise up. Different races. Raise alike. Separate self is separate self-consciousness plus the belief system plus ego of the false gods and materials creates our own person ego. Selfishness, it's like a fish, elfish eye. Selfishness, selflessness, less of the flesh, elitist. Truth is reality, love is a degree. Time, emit, dime, emissions, God, religion. It's like a human institution. And when you're going through some shit, remember this is only a test. Light serves others. Dark serves self. I say, oh wait. I want to talk about test tube babies later on. Oh wait, The Lost Book of Inky. I didn't finish the books. The Lost Book of Inky. Make sure you read that bit. Goddamn. Zechariah Ascension. What is it? The 12th Planet. Yeah, make sure you read that bit. Yeah. The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Wait. Sure. Marcus Aurelius Meditations. Yeah. Penguin classes. The 1619 Project. Yeah, man. And then the Secret Teachings of All Ages. Yeah, make sure you get that bit too, man. And then lastly, where's that book? Oh, here we go. The Initiates of the Flame by Manly P. Hall. Yeah. So later on when we talk about other topics, I'll be able to just have the podcast up and plug my computer up, and we'll be able to just go through all my notes and then go through the rabbit hole. So I appreciate everyone that was able to stay with me through this whole episode of Esoteric, episode 1. So now y'all know what everything else on my page will consist of. Alright, bye now. I got my face.